this video, we will share with you the strategy for CSIR Life Science. And here with us, uh, Ankit is there. Hi, Ankit.
Hi, Sayan.
And Ankit has got all India good all India rank in CSIR Life Science. That's why he will share with us his strategy. How can you assure JRF in CSIR Life Science? Ankit, why
Sure.
not you are introducing yourself?
Yeah, so I am Ankit Rao. I am working in PhD in IIT Council Life Sciences. So today I will be, just telling you some points about CSI Life Sciences, how to get a full-fledged JRF in CSI Life Sciences. So first of all, the first thing comes to our mind from where to study. Okay. So, I have studied only from Pathfinder Life Sciences, the two modules we have, the Pathfinder Life Sciences, and some books which I will be telling you in this series. So, um, like, first questions comes to our mind, like, how should we study? Should we make notes? Okay. So now the thing is like, yeah, you can make notes, and if you are not into making notes, because some people are not into making notes, so you can just underline the main the headlines or the main topics in your book only, so that when you revise, they come to your point. And one more, like, if you are making notes, make flowcharts. Okay, for example, you are reading like one topic, one whole pathway, or one whole process you are reading. So you make a flowchart of it. Okay, like in 2 pages, you just make a flowchart, so that the other day or the next day when you revise it, you can revise the whole process in just 2 minutes. Okay, so that will actually help you. And like what was my strategy of remembering all the scientific terms and all the pathways and all those things. So my thing was like, whatever I read today, like for 5 to 6 hours I read something today. Okay, I made flowchart, I made notes. Okay, there are many terms, many processes. Now how to memorize, because today we will read, tomorrow we will forget. Okay, so how to manage this problem? So what I used to do is like, whatever I have read today, like for 5 to 6 hours, what I read today, I have made the flowcharts. The very next morning, the early morning, like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I used to get up and go through all the flowchart once, so that it gets registered in my mind. So that is a practice you should all develop. The early morning revision is very important actually for clearing any exam, not only CSI, for clearing any exam. Okay, so now we will come to unit wise. Okay, now obviously there are 3 sections in CSI Life Sciences, as you know: section A, section B, and section C. Section A is all about your general aptitude, your maths. Okay, so that can be done. Okay, and I am like not so good in maths, so I am not stressing upon that A section, because and it is just 30 marks. But if you are good at maths, so you can always go for that 30 marks. But you should always do the 30 marks at the very first. You should dedicate only 15 to 20 minutes time for that, for section A, not more than that. So after 15 minutes, you should jump to section C. Okay, section C is all about analytical skills, how you how you have an understanding of any of the topic. So the main thing is like, you should, when you're reading the experiments or you are reading any processes, you should pay attention to the concepts which are covered in that, because section C is wholly conceptual. So our main strategy should be on section C, so that we can at least get it is of 4 marks each. So if you like 25 questions you have to do, but if you do 20 questions also correctly, so 20 into 4, 80 marks is in your hand. Okay, and 80 marks plus if you do some question from B section, then you are actually clearing the JRF with 120 or 130 marks in general. So that should be a strategy. Like, first do section A, okay, like for 15 minutes, and then you jump to section C. Okay, do section C very properly, and then go to section B, because section B is like it is more of biochemistry and more of botany, zoology. So if you are if you have the all the memorization concept in your mind, so you can you can do it. And if your calculation is good, you can do very well with the section B. Okay, Now, unit wise, if you see the first section, the first unit is biochemistry. Biochemistry is the, the front line, the main epicenter of CSIR, you can say. Okay, so if you read the whole biochemistry, you can also connect the dots actually. So in biochemistry, what to read first? Okay, amino acids. Amino acids is the main thing you should read. Okay, amino acids, the classification of amino acids, the various types of amino acids. Okay, the various the methods used in amino acid detection, all those things. And then you can come to carbohydrates, the various pathways like TCA pathway and the Krebs cycle, and the gluconeogenesis is also very important. So these things, and some calculations like thermodynamics, pH, molality. So these things are very important in biochemistry, which forms a major part of questions in section B. Okay, and section C also, some biochemical methods also come. Okay, and then when you move to section unit 2 and unit 3, unit 2 and unit 3 is like cellular biology. Cellular biology, what should you stress upon in cellular biology? Now cellular biology, you should stress upon the cell organelles, how they are functioning. Okay, their structure is not so important, but their functioning is very, very important. And then you should also see some experiments related to the cell biology. Okay, like we have in if you come to molecular biology, we have this transcription, replication. So there are many methods and many experimental setups which have been defined in the history of the molecular biology. So from there also question actually comes. Okay, and when you come to molecular biology, you should stress upon replication, transcription, translation, then your mutation studies. Then DNA repair system is very, very important, like AMR pathway, ATR pathway, they are very important. Then the main part of the CSIR C section is from the third unit, which is your cellular signaling. Now, when you come to cellular signaling, the foremost thing you should know at your tips of the finger, that is GPCRs. Okay, then your tyrosine kinase pathways, then your MAP kinase pathway, then your JAK-STAT. JAK-STAT is the the main thing from where even 2 to 3 questions comes. Okay, from JAK-STAT pathway. So these pathways are very important in cell signaling, and also the secondary messenger molecules like CAMP. Okay, so those connections also you have to see. So after these, you should come to developmental biology. Now, developmental biology, see, I have, as I have told, that I have read developmental biology from mainly Gilbert. Okay, because very few points have been included in Pathfinder Life Sciences from developmental biology. Now, when you come to developmental biology, you should stress upon Drosophila developmental biology, mainly the gastrulation and the axis development, frog, and yes, frog and C. elegans. C. elegans is also important in developmental biology. So the main thing you should read from Gilbert is your Drosophila developmental biology, how the maternal genes, how the homeotic genes work. So, and development biology is again very important from the viewpoint of C section. Many questions come from developmental biology. After this comes your plant physiology and animal. So I'm not a botany person, so I did not study plant physiology in detail. I just went on to see the hormones like gibberellin, cytokinins, their working system, and some other methods in plant physiology. So the main part which I stressed upon is human physiology. So from human physiology, you will get many questions like from the muscle development, okay, the muscle, how the muscle works, and then your from the neuroscience part, you will get many questions. So you should stress more upon the animal physiology rather than plant physiology. Then comes your classification of the plants and the animals. So that is again not a very important topic for CSIR, so you can always skip that topic. So you can skip plant physiology and you can skip the classification system. Okay, so but if you are a botany and a zoology student, then you should make that as your strong point, so that you can actually solve all the questions from B section and C section, because from botany and zoology classification you get direct questions. So if you are confident with your botany and zoology, then you can always go for them. Okay, then comes your inheritance biology or genetics, in which we have the DNA system, the RNA, the central dogma, and that is again an important thing, but we have been studying that from ninth class or 10th class, so you are used to it, so you can just revise it at the last. Okay, don't stress upon that for your initial preparations, so you can just revise at the last. Then the main two units are ecology and evolution. Now these two units are very easy to go through. Like for my strategy, like ecology I completed in 5 days, and evolution also in like 4 to 5 days. But that 10 days fetched me like more than 20 to 25 marks in section C, because section C is full of ecology and evolution experimental questions, or you can say they will give you some situations about the an ecological situation they will give you, and it is very easy to analyze those questions and get to the solution. So you should not leave ecology and evolution for CSI, because they are very easy to go through topics and you can always cover them, and you can actually fetch it can actually fetch you like 20 to 30 marks, okay, ecology and evolution, because in section C, if I remember, there were like 4 to 5 questions on ecology and 3 questions on evolution. So it's very important. Then comes your applied biology and the experimental biology. Now, when I talk of June CSIR is mainly of composed of your developmental biology, cell signaling, these topics. But when you come to December is more of practical approach. They see your practical approach or the experimental approach. So they will give more stress on the applied biology and the experimental biology units. So for experimental biology units, you should refer that book, which is the techniques books by again Pathfinder Life Sciences. So that book should be on your fingertips. All the experiments, all the methods, like EMSA, DNA footprinting. So these are very important for your CSIR also, and they will also prepare you for your interview questions also. And moreover, you should also go through spectroscopy, like NMR spectroscopy, IR spectroscopy, and some other methods like DNA hybridization, and then recombinant DNA technology. So these all are covered in that book. So you should always go through that book. Again, for your CSIR also and for your further interviews also, because just clearing the CSIR is not enough. You have to clear the interviews also. So you have to also keep in mind one thing, that during the preparation of my CSIR also only, I have to prepare for interviews also. So your strategy of reading should be like that, okay? And you should whatever you are reading, okay, read it with a concept, okay? If you are not getting the concept, there are hundreds of YouTube videos or other platforms where you can clear your concepts. So clearing the concept is very important. Just you read one page in one day, but that concept should be cleared. Okay, if your concepts are cleared, you need not memorize also. You will see that. Okay, so these are some of the strategies you should always follow while preparing CSIR. And people always ask me, how much time we should read in a day. So I will suggest, 5 to 6 hours is more than enough, because after that 5 to 6 hours, again, not at a stretch. You can always give some gaps. You can be free. Okay, your mind should be always free to catch up all these things, all these biological terms and all those things. Your mind should always be free. So don't take stress. Okay, just stress upon and do a smart study. You don't have to read everything. Okay, whatever you are good at, you should stress upon that. But you should never miss out your developmental biology. You should never miss out your cell signaling and biochemistry. So, and ecology and evolution, for they are mandatory. So these 5 to 6 topics, if you can be thorough with, you are getting a JRF actually. Okay, and while attempting the exam, you should always do A section first for the 15 minutes, first 15 minutes. Then for C section, you should give 1.5 hours or 2 hours, whatever is, like 1.5 hours is okay. 2 hours will be more yeah. So, and B section, you should always keep 1 hour. Okay, B section, you should always keep 1 hour. And B section questions, you will see, like if you know the concept, if you know the process, you can always do the B section in 45 minutes. Okay, more than 45 minutes is okay for B section. But C section is, you know the concept, but you have to put in your whatever you have learned till now, you have to put in everything. Okay. So C section should be done first, and then you should go to the B section. Okay, that is my strategy. Others may tell you some other strategy, but that is my strategy. So this is all the thing. Yeah.
A sections, how can I prepare for the
Okay.
general section?
Okay, for the general section, how can you prepare? Actually, for the A section, you don't have to prepare anything. It is like whatever you have, imbibed in you from the childhood. Okay, so it is nothing to prepare. It is just general aptitude. So, but if you want to prepare also, you can always pick up some general aptitude books and you can prepare. Okay, but I will say no need, because see, in maths, what they will ask, when we come to biology, what maths is required in biology? So it is like probability, permutation, combinations, and some Venn diagrams. So Venn diagrams is like a very easy concept. If you go through like for 2 days, you can get the Venn diagrams all cleared. Okay, and then the triangles, and some Scrabbles will be there. Okay, like palindromic sequences will be there. So palindromic words, the words which are palindromic. Okay, so questions on those comes, and some profit loss questions always pop up in the A section. So these are some of the questions which come in the A section, but need not prepare, differently for the A section. If you know, you attempt it. If you don't know, just leave it. Okay, because please, don't stress more upon A section, because I have seen some people who stress upon A section, and they waste their 1 hour of time in their A section just for 30 marks, and then C section they cannot do it. Okay, so you should always stress more upon the C section, because C section is like you can get it actually right if you do it. If you put your concepts and get the analysis, you can actually get it right, and it is like 4 marks, so 80 marks or 85 marks is in your hand. Okay, so that is my strategy. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for sharing your strategy. That's all. I think many helpful information we have got from you.
Sure. Always.
Yeah, thank you very much. And still, anyone have any more questions? You can just mail Ankit or me. We can answer. Ankit surely will answer.
Sure.
You can also comment with our video, and
Sure.
we will have more videos on how to prepare for GATE biology, how to prepare for JRA, how to prepare for TOEFL, etc., etc. These are on the way. Until then, keep watching. This is Shyam. Bye bye.
Bye.